What's up, everybody? Just wanted to do a quick walk around my current fish house build. I'm building a 22-foot hydraulic fish house on a galvanized frame, all from scratch. Bought the frame from Valley Manufacturing and sourced out a lot of my components and everything else. But I'm gonna kind of show you guys around since I've had a hard time deciding what to do and kind of getting ideas. Notice that there's not many videos out there that kind of walk you through this process, and I wish I would have done it a lot sooner. But maybe I'll upload a video here and but with a bunch of pictures and just kind of explaining and showing how I did stuff, why I did it. Kind of give everybody just a little walk around here and hopefully give them some ideas and help them out on their build and go from there. So here it is in my shop. It's currently finally waterproof. I could pull it outside, but it's currently snowing and 30 degrees out, but here in Alexander, Minnesota. But so looking at the front of my fish house, I chose to put my propane tank on the passenger side, the ditch side. Hopefully there's a lot less salt, so you don't have that salt coming from the oncoming traffic. Another reason I decided to do that is because when you walk out of your door, you want to check the propane. You don't have to walk around everything. So it's just real simple. I decided to put an outlet here so I can run a heated propane tank or whatever I wanted to do. Maybe I'll build my own enclosure here eventually, but got a couple windows here. Going to be putting bunk beds in the V. Slept in a couple houses with bunk beds in the V and very comfortable for a tall guy. Chose to do some different type of LED style lighting. Hold on, maybe I can get a video here with my lights on. Finally got those all wired up. I'll take you inside. The inside's not done, but we're working on it. Couple other things, couple more outlets. One there and one there. Probably be on separate circuits, so when we're camping, crock pots and stuff don't trip the breaker, but they're going to be just above normal table, plastic table height, so you don't have to reach under the table to get them. Got a 21-foot awning on here. Got my kitchen window. This window I didn't know if I was going to put in or not. As I stepped back and looked at all my blue space here, I thought, why not? The more light, the better. Chose to go with some Spider mag wheels, just because they look sweet. Wired up the brakes. Got my big picture window. And I got a used but pretty good condition RV door. I got smudges and stuff everywhere, but we'll get this thing cleaned up. It'll look pretty nice. But chose to put my door in the back. Had my frame custom made, so when I put a 60-inch lift bed in there, it's going to come up to the door rather than inside the door. So you hit your head as you walking in or whatnot. So put a cubby here and one on the other side. This will be under my jackknife sofas. I'll have some storage under there for lawn chairs, extension cords, you name it. Couple windows in the back. Bought some lights off Amazon again here. Chose to run double stringers at about 45-degree angle. Just because I want to be seen at night. Got one more of those exact lights to put in top center. Cut all my own stickers for it. Got a pretty sweet license plate. This thing is way better quality than I ever expected for 20 bucks or whatever it costs. Got a nice LED light under there. Actually is really bright. It turns out really nice. So again, another cubby hole. Down on this side, it's kind of tight in my shop. Got a lot going on here, but got a cubby hole down there. Same type of thing. Some storage and stuff over there. There you can see I got a sticker on here. Got a few more to place around the top. Eventually, with the way I did my trim, I do plan on running LED light strips underneath on the flat. Probably going to run the same strip as I got on my awning. Just because they're so darn bright. have those on some separate switches and whatnot. I do have a big propane light, I'll call it. It's a 13-inch light bar. I'll show you that. Plan on putting on the front V right above the propane tank so I can see the generator and stuff. And this thing is like 3,000 lumens. So when it mounts up, it's gonna mount up at that 45, roughly 45 degree angle, if I could hold it here. So it's gonna mount up, it's gonna be shining down. The thing is bright. Thought about putting one of those on every side of the house. I might yet, but with my awning lights and a light strip on the other side, I think we're gonna have quite a bit of light. But so yeah, so back in the back here, like I say, I'll have my jackknife sofas on the bottom, table in the center, obviously. Gonna put my lift bed here. Got my extra studs in the wall for that. That'll mount my lift bed, and that lift bed's gonna come right up to the door. Like I say, I had this frame custom built, took their 21-foot frames and added the 6 inches in the back and then 6 inches in the front. Whereas they would normally just add that whole foot all the way up front, so you got more kitchen space. I opted out of that just because I wanted to do a big 60-inch lift bed so it's comfortable for two. And then, like I say, so it's not in the doorway hitting your head and stuff like that. But I definitely wanted my door in the back. That's just what I chose. So when the kids are up front and stuff, that they're not getting all that cold air, all the noise of the door and stuff slamming. Plus, when you're in the kitchen, if you had your door up front, I just felt that, you know, people coming in and out, you know, could kind of get in your way, be kind of crowded up front. So that's what I chose to do. Got all my, so I'm gonna put my shore power in the back here, my power supply. Got all my wires just roughed in real quick. I'm just currently trying to figure out my DC side of things, how I want to do that. Might be putting a TV here, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna wire it up so when I decide to do it, I can, and then that TV would obviously pivot towards the bed. Another thing I want to do, and I'll have another video here once I get farther into the build, after we get our spray foamed and wired and stuff. But above this wheel well, centered probably, I'm going to probably do about a 36-inch inset fireplace. It's going to set back on here 4 inches, and then I'll have storage in the back. I even talked about maybe doing like a pop-up TV that pops up out of the back of the counter, or just do a sliding countertop so I got that rod storage or something kind of hidden back there. But another thing I did, ran on my laser some boxes. So instead of having outlets and whatnot leak air, whether it's spray foamed or not, you can't spray everything tight because then you can't rewire something if you have to fix a light. So I cut my own boxes, glued them together, and just glued them on. The spray foam will hold them in there, but you'll see those all over, different sizes. Ran my wires in there, so that way when I want to do a light burns out and I got to replace it, easy enough to do. So yeah, I think that'll help out quite a bit. Above this wheel well over here, I do have power inside my cabinets. So when I have my countertop that comes up to the window here, I can do like a pop-up outlet or something and run a crock pot or something up here if I want to. So going down the line, I'm thinking, and this could change, but I'm gonna do my stove in this area. And then above that, I'll have my range hood above the window. And then the sink is gonna be kind of half on the window, half not. I kind of put the window where my studs were. So I'm gonna have my stove, my sink, and then I'm gonna have my fridge. And then this board here is kind of marking out, board and level, kind of marking out where the bunk beds could go. And then I'm gonna have my fridge here and cabinets above the fridge. I'm kind of looking at my mess here, but you can kind of see where just laid out real quick, kind of what I'm thinking from a bathroom. So this will be a wall going up and got power there. I'm also going to be running some TV connections to this wall. And then I'm thinking my door will be here. So I already got my shitter vent. We're going to be putting that out to ceiling. Looking through my ceiling, you can see I did a rubber roof. Just chose black to help melt off the snow and stuff in the wintertime. As you can see, my roof is 100% flat. There's no slope. I just figured that'd be a little bit easier to build, and quite honestly, every enclosed trailer you have out there is all flat roofed with real thin sheeting. So kind of what I did there, got a bathroom window, let some light in. Again, the two windows above the bunks. Each bunk is going to have a light on the ceiling of the bunk, if you will. And then I got I'll have all my batteries up front, and then underneath all these cabinets and the bathroom, we're going to have our tanks, water tanks, gray water tank, black water tank, fresh water tank, all above. Had them add about 6 to 12 inches of extra hose for my pump, just in case I want to move that thing around. You just never know. All my trailer wiring, you can see, just kind of taped to the corner. Again, that's going to get spray foamed in. Truck wiring or trailer lights wiring is all in this box running out the wall. I chose to have this box in here, keep it out of the elements. If I need to service it or whatnot, just flip open the bottom bunk. Pretty sweet. All color coded, so real easy to figure out. Got my lights. Some of my electric brakes coming from the other side. Yeah, they're not blue and white, but I know what they're for. I'm going to be drawing up a wire schematic of exactly where all my wires are at and what wires are where, what circuits go to what. As you can see, everything I have is color coded for different circuits. So going down the line here, where I'm hoping one day to, right now I only got a 5-foot jackknife sofa. I'm going to figure in this spot here for a 6-foot jackknife sofa under the window, drawers and stuff for whatever underneath. Again, power underneath my cabinet. I'm going to come out the front of my jackknife sofa, be able to charge some Vexilars and stuff right in the ground rather than having them up in the air. Another thing I want to do is somewhere throughout run some fish camera, HDMI, RCA, whatever it may be, cables and such, so I can, there again, I can hook up nice and low and go from there. I do have AC unit purchased. I got my wires up there for that, again just roughed in. Underneath the power source, underneath the power source, I think I'm gonna have a pull-out garbage can in this foot to 16-inch area. And then to the left of the fireplace, I'll probably have my radio controls, stuff like that. So far, this is my build. Like I say, I wish I would have had some videos of me building the walls, stuff like that. But yeah, it's coming along very good. I've had a lot of compliments on how it's kind of turning out. Siding here, I did all one-piece fiberglass siding. It is backed by like an 1/8-inch plywood. Pretty easy to install. I just glued it onto the studs, and then I ran a 2x4 from top to bottom. Again, when I get my video with all my pictures, I got a lot of pictures of this stuff. Ran a 2x4 top and bottom, screwed at the very top where my trim covers, and then screwed at the very bottom where my diamond plate covers, and then just put shims in between there to hold it nice and tight to the stud. Left it sit that way for about 48 hours. Not much waving going on at all. Turned out really nice, so pretty happy with that. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Like and subscribe, get some notifications as I post some more. You might see some of my laser engraving and that type of stuff. Everything I do. I don't like to buy stuff. I don't like to have somebody else do it for me, but so yeah, turning out pretty nice. Get up here, here's the rubber rough. So yeah.